This video is a project of the LGBTQ subcommittee of the Newark Youth Policy Board and the LGBTQ Commission here in the city of Newark. And we're excited to bring this campaign to the world because we would like people to know that LGBTQ individuals in Newark actually exist and are doing wonderful work across the city, and our allies are doing wonderful work as well. And together, we are making it better.
I grew up in Newark on South 18th Street. I officially came out when I was 17 years old, and I've just been happy about it ever since.
I reside in Newark as well as work in Newark.
Been living in Newark 23 years.
It's not a secret anymore that gay people are in Newark. Gay organizations live and thrive. City Hall is openly open now. The doors are openly open, I call it. And I feel freer to walk the streets in Newark just as I am. And our young people, certainly it feels like that they're more open and feel like that there is somebody looking out for them. They're not just out there on their own.
I think that the work of some community agencies plus the Mayor's Policy Board has begun to make some incredible steps toward the well-being of LGBTQ youth. And it's the hope of both the Mayor's Policy Board and the city's LGBTQ Commission that the position paper that was just presented to the mayor about a month ago, which he accepted on LGBTQ youth, will be a stepping stone for improving the safety and the provision of services for youth, for LGBTQ youth. 17
years ago when we came, it felt like we were the only people saying gay out loud in Newark. I'm sure we were not the only ones, but it felt that way. And when Sakia Gunn was killed in 2003, we, the church people, showed up in numbers. And since that time, I have seen us as a community rally around each other and come together to talk about how we together can do more in the community to foster equality and safety among LGBT people.
You know, when I look at some of our young people, especially those who I see in Project WOW, you know, these are young people who've been victims of some sort of abandonment, some type of abuse, whether it's physical abuse or sexual abuse or verbal abuse. These are individuals who still continue to hear that they're not really worth anything, and a lot of them begin to internalize a lot of that stuff. And so what we're trying to do is find a way for them to look at sharing that and having conversations around that to where they can no longer internalize it, but also that they can identify that being a risk for why they may be in certain situations, but also look at what their strength has been.
When I first got to WOW, I believe I was like in the middle of my senior year of high school, and one of my friends said, I have a space for you, I have somewhere you can go, and they vogue and do all that. And at this point, I have never seen voguing and never been involved in any of that, so I'm like, sure, I'll go. And I went, that's when I first learned about Project WOW. And when I got there, it was just like, wow, it's like, oh my God, there's so many people like me. I could feel comfortable, I could just be myself. That was just so amazing.
You know, it was a fun space to come and be free and set yourself up for anything, jobs, start back school, get your GED and things of that sort. We're just there for people to come after school if you want to come out and hang out and stuff like that, and teach you a lot about HIV prevention.
We call on both the Newark Public Schools and the Newark Police Department and the City of Newark with its other departments, the Department of Child and Family Well-Being, for example, to provide training for all of their staff around LGBTQ youth, because we're concerned that there's not a sensitivity to the need of lesbian, gay youth and their families.
I saw some in the hallway that I feel like should be posted in every school, which is said that rather if you're bisexual, lesbian, transgender, or whatever, you're safe. This is a safe place. You can come here, be free, be who you are. That's basically what it was saying. And I took a picture of it and I put it on Facebook and everything. Like, I wish that a lot of places that you go around Newark were more like that.
I think that we need more support from the police. School teachers basically need more mentors out there that's knowledgeable about LGBT people in general. I think a lot of things are starting to get more diverse and things of that sort, but we just definitely need more role models.
I think there has been somewhat of a gap or something that's been missing in regards to the whole telling of our stories and what we've been through. And so I feel like sometimes the young people, when I look at, for instance, like I guess the Stonewall movement and other movements that have happened, I mean, even what happened back in 2003 with Sakia Gunn and the movement began, I feel like somewhere it fell off somewhere. And I feel like this is just a good way for us to remind our young people of what struggles we've been through and what were our ways of trying to overcome those.
I came to a realization that I can't be silent and I can't be invisible, that I have to embrace who I am and I have to talk about issues that affect the lesbian gay community, but particularly lesbian gay youth.
I would love to do more. I would love to do more just to guide the LGBTQ youth that's coming up now in the right direction so they won't have some of the struggles that I've seen some of my friends struggle through.
You know, my job is to make church a good name, not a dirty word. So many churches have used the Bible and used us as abominations, and so many people still today don't want to even connect or say that they're associated with church, and I want to change that.
I think that everybody is personally a hero in Newark, because I think if you're doing something good for the better of change, then you're a hero to me.
We are making Newark better.
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 We have to be intentional about social change and social justice, and simply saying it gets better is not enough. And young people in particular need to know that it will get better, and that the only way it will get better is by our making it better.
We are making Newark better. We definitely are making Newark better.